Hey, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Al, and I create content surrounding gaming, reviews, and my life. If you saw my last Apex video, you should recall me saying I was about to get in the shooter gym. Well, guess what? Your girl did. This month, I was fortunate enough to play and win in an Apex tournament with fellow creators Jedi Oso and DollarSignTed. The tournament was hosted by Ambitious Boogie. So if you're interested in that, I know she does have tournaments for Apex and COD. So definitely look out on her socials to see what future tournaments there may be. All of their socials will be in the description box below. Today, we're going to take a look at one of my most recently played Apex matches. We're going to see what kinds of things that I can improve on and what kinds of things that I'm doing well. I have progressed considerably past that last video, so I'm like really excited to see what we're going to see. So without further ado, let's begin. So Energy Depot is one of those locations on Olympus that's either a hit or a miss. You may get a ton of characters there or just very few. Very rarely do you get to land here by yourself. Very rarely. So my team landed. I checked my first bin and I don't see any guns, and normally that pretty much alarms me, especially when I only see Mozambiques around. But I was able to get the kill. So we know we down one person, but that person likely has two other teammates. So when you know that, you should be on guard. You should not be, treating the play area like it's a place that you can loot with ease, because you have now two enemies to contend with, and they know that you murdered their teammate. Well, they know I murdered their teammate. So by us being on Olympus, and you guys know how much I love sniping, I went ahead and picked up the Sentinel just to prepare for any long range engagement. So I have a nice mix with this loadout with both long and medium to short range. So I have all bases covered. So when that team does come and try to harass us, which you know they will, we can avert that. And this is where having a Loba comes into play. I'm able to see quickly some things that I need. And when you're looting off of a Loba, especially in the beginning, I always skip straight down to the attachments. Toward the top lies your ammo and things and weapons. So if you see ammo and everything, you can definitely go ahead and grab it. But the most important thing is to make sure you get those attachments. So I saw an enemy here. I didn't want to push because I didn't know if their teammate was nearby, but I wanted to take a few shots, and they ended up taking a few shots at me. But you see, I still maintain my distance because I technically have advantage with my sniper to shoot them at a longer range. So me and the Horizon pushed up because now we see that our team is grouped. I took a second to heal because having max healing is the best thing you could possibly do. So our Horizon killed that lifeline. It looks like somebody else may have killed her teammate. So we're just taking it upon ourselves to loot at this time. And as you guys can see, I did not have a sniper soap, so I was literally trying my best using what I could use, which was a 2-timer, which I do advise if you're using a sniper anytime. Hold on, I need to heal. Okay, so Loba opened her ult again. And we're getting EMP'd, so I got the first thing I could get, which was a helmet, because his EMP actually takes out Loba's ult. Our team is repositioning toward the back so we can get advantage in this playscape. We know that the team is getting ready to push us, so we just all group up toward the back. I'm not sure exactly where those enemies are, but my teammate shots definitely gave me a clue. We maintain our positioning, although that team has high ground. We can still see them and use these boxes and everything to our advantage. Make sure you stay on top of your healing. I think that's a great tip. Anybody playing Apex, you know, don't get so gung-ho about killing. Also, make sure you are healing yourself during these engagements. So I pushed back even further. They took more damage off of me, which is cool. We see a fireworks show down behind him in lab, so I know there are some teams on that side, but they're not my immediate threat. I'm worried about the people in front. Took some shots, but I did miss them. And to support and kind of get some of the heat off of my team, I made sure I used nades, which some of them did hit and some of them didn't. Now here's my mistake. I knew that there was a second player on the player that I murdered. However, I took it upon myself to not look behind me. It's like I completely ignored that there was enemy in the area. Okay, now we see our team is being engaged by another team that had a Revenant. And because I know that that team is now going to engage the team that was originally attacking us, I'm trying to kind of stay my ground and stay out of everyone's way. They're not paying attention to me, so I'm not going to do anything that will divert their attention. There we go. So our Horizon was really good at making sure those people were dead. I did my best to make sure she knew that there were people behind her so that she didn't res me and consequently end the game for us. She had her ultimate up, so I rolled that on backward. And that other team is engaged still with the third party that came to this match. I continued to move backward because that's going to make it easier for my team to resurrect or pick up my banner. But I still kept up my shield for those enemy teams that are trying to get easy kills instead of just leaving me alone and engaging with what they need to engage with. So sometimes I don't like playing or talking to my teammates in Apex. So when that happens, I do type up comms, especially if I'm dead. So our Horizon went back to resurrect our Loba, which was a great thing to do. She needs help if she's going to make it past this fight. And here we are spectating that Loba. Now, because I was able to slide back so far, I knew that the Loba, that's the box that my Loba was going to get. And I made sure she knew that she could take anything she needs. I'm not going to care about that loot from the grave. So if she needs it, the best thing for her to do is pick it up and take it. Now, about me giving her that confidence, it seems like she's doing okay with the loadout I selected. She downed some important players. And got that finishing kill on that Bloodhound. Show your team some love. Show them some love. So I'm still in the void. They do have my banner. I don't mind when teammates actually take it upon themselves to loot because they don't know who they're going to run into. But I do think teams need to be more focused on making sure that they can resurrect their teammates and do so safely. So I'm coming back on the ship. At this point, there are only 12 people, including us, in this match alive, and 4 spots total. So, I did not, stop to look at that because my concern was making sure I could get to those boxes to properly loot should another team come and try to harass us like they did before. Don't mind if I do. And so let me tell you something about the Mastiff. The Mastiff is a shotgun, which I typically like, but it can be kind of wishy-washy. It's kind of, you have to be on on your stuff, so to speak. So I picked up the Mastiff and the 301 because just in case we had closer encounters, I wanted to be able to help my team out in a meaningful way. So something I noticed like people don't do very often in fights is shield swap. As you notice, I picked up a purple shield, put it down, and then picked up another one. And the reason for that is because the shield that I picked up had less damage to take to get to its next evo. So if I know I want to evolve my purple shield into a red one, I'm gonna pick up the one that has the least damage to upgrade it to its max, if that makes sense. 10 seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go. So I pick up the 4x, 8x just in case I decide to abandon the Mastiff during any of these fights. And when that happens, normally it's because we have maybe a bigger circle and I need to, reach a further target. I'm not above swapping out my weapons to accommodate a fight, especially if I have the equipment I need to be successful at using it. I feel good about this care package. Shall we? Come and get your birthday present. So it's never wise to hold too many Phoenix kits, especially in in-game, because it moves so fast. Chances are you're not going to have the 10 or 13 seconds, or however long it takes to complete it. By the time you complete that, if you're in an engagement, you're going to be dead. So it's best to have small shield cells and then even shield batteries to maximize your healing. As you can see, our team is running toward the next circle. It's really important in any Apex game to maintain circle awareness so that if it does come, you're not getting swallowed up by it. I think most players have had, enough experiences of dying to the storm to not want to have it again. Like, not again. Not again. At this point, I'm committing to the Mastiff, so I dropped that sniper scope in case one of my teammates need it, although I do see snipers in the area. Got to that care pack. They have more sniper things here. And a team is attacking because we took that care pack. So right now, you see that that team has a better advantage on us because they can see us, but we can't necessarily all took, you know, shots that we couldn't cash. But I am always on top of my healing, so if I know I'm taking too much damage, I will pull back and allow my teammates to do what they need to do while I heal. One free tip I'm going to give everybody on Apex is to know where your cover is. One of the best things you can do is have adequate cover. And if you do, it's super easy to engage with your enemies. I don't know what that guy was thinking. I'm going to slide down so I can really tear you up. So at this point, we only have one more enemy. And yes, I'm stopping to heal even though it's only one person, because I have seen people pull out games where people were, you know, damaged. And I dealt the winning blow. So you can see that I am still making mistakes in this game, which I am not above reproach. But it's important to know that I have made such progress that I can see me improving, and even my ranked has improved this season just based off of the observations I've been making and the things that I've been changing while watching my gameplay. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Bye. We're shaking. So we're gonna stop. So, oh, damn.